You know how it is today. Social media spats, political outrage. It feels like everyone's at war all the time. But what if, in the middle of all this modern chaos, some people are trying to use a really old weapon and are getting it totally wrong? Okay, let's get into this.
So get this. This statement was made just this week by a pastor about a political opponent. I mean, wow. It's powerful, it's intense, and it brings up a fascinating question that our source material digs into. According to the ancient rules, can you even say that?
Now, you might think that calling down a curse is just, a free-for-all. But according to our source, author Adrian Holman, you'd be dead wrong. Biblical curses aren't just angry words thrown into the universe. Nope. They are apparently governed by a strict and often misunderstood set of rules.
So what are we even talking about here? The formal term is an imprecation. It's basically a spoken curse. But the key thing to get from our source is that this isn't just some angry trash talk. It's a formal practice with, believe it or not, a spiritual rulebook.
And here's the main point the author is making. From celebrities to pastors, a lot of people who try to use these curses today are getting the rules completely backwards. And as we're about to see, breaking those rules, well, that comes with some very specific consequences.
All right, so let's jump into the first rule. You have to have proper cause. And to really get what that means, we're going to look at a pretty wild example involving the entertainer Kid Rock and a big fight over concert ticket prices.
Okay, so this is the social media post that's at the heart of the analysis. Kid Rock is furious with some journalists, and he calls down divine vengeance, saying he knows God will cut him down. I mean, those are some strong words, but the real question is, according to the rulebook, was he justified?
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The media reported he was selling tickets for $5,000. And Kid Rock's big clarification? Well, yeah, he was selling some tickets for $5,000. So the author's point is, since the media was just reporting the truth, the curse has no proper cause. It's invalid.
So when is a curse considered legal? Well, the source material points us right to Psalms 109 to lay out the criteria. And you need a serious reason. We're talking about someone lying about you, hating you for no reason, or even trying to kill you. A factual news report about ticket prices? The author argues that just doesn't make the cut, not even close.
Okay, on to the second big rule. And this is one the author calls the golden rule of cursing. And this brings us right back to Pastor Potiger, the one who wished for his political opponent to be crucified. So this rule comes from Genesis, and the way the author interprets it is that a curse has to be a response. It has to be provoked by a personal attack on you. Think of it like a defensive move, not an offensive one. It's a counterpunch, not the first punch. So why did the pastor go there? Well, it wasn't because Representative Tallarico had cursed or attacked him personally. It was all over a political disagreement on the issue of abortion. And according to this golden rule framework, that's not a valid reason for this kind of personal curse.
Now, check out Representative Tallarico's response. It's fascinating. The author points to this as just a brilliant strategic move. Instead of cursing back, he responds with love. By refusing to play the game, he basically deactivates the whole thing, completely sidestepping what the source calls a counterfeit curse.
So if a curse is used the wrong way, if it's counterfeit, then what? Does it just fizzle out, poof, into thin air? Well, the author argues the consequences are actually way more dramatic and well-defined than that.
This is the big question, right? What are the stakes for messing this up? The source actually lays out two totally different things that could happen.
Outcome number one, it's pretty simple. The author applies this one to the Kid Rock situation. According to Proverbs, a curse that has no real cause just will not happen. It's null and void. As the author put it, the journalists could breathe a sigh of relief.
But then, there's the second, much more severe consequence. And this is the one the author applies to Pastor Potiger's case. It comes from another proverb. The stone you roll will come right back at you. So the curse doesn't just disappear. Oh no. It boomerangs. It comes right back to hit the person who sent it.
So what we really have here is a fascinating framework pulled from these ancient texts that gives us a super structured way to look at our most chaotic, modern fights. In a way, it's like a rulebook for outrage. Okay, let's just quickly recap the rules of the game here. First, you've got to have proper cause, a real, legitimate reason. Second, you have to follow that golden rule. It's got to be a response to a direct personal attack. And third, if you break these rules, your curse either just fails completely or, even worse, it comes flying right back at you. And all of this leaves us with one last kind of provocative thought.
In an age where outrage on the internet is instant and it's global, what does it even mean when these ancient, structured rules for conflict collide with our messy modern world? It really makes you wonder, who actually gets the final word in all this?